It's not often that people remain close with friends from middle school. Port Washington seemed to defy those rules.
Located on a peninsula, growing up in Port forced kids to be a little closer knit than the rest of Long Island.
Growing up in Port Washington is like living in a bubble. You never really branch out.
It's funny, we used to hear from our camp friends all the time about how they had friends in other towns, but Port Washington people kind of stayed together.
I don't really specifically remember meeting Jason, but I'm sure it was very Port Washington. Weber Middle School, probably in a softball field at recess somewhere. Jason, he took a while to grow into himself.
That shot, Jay! Yeah!
He had these big ears, and he was like always the smallest and scrawniest little one, and I mean, I was too.
She dressed like a guy. She dressed like a boy. She was a tomboy.
Me and Jason were best friends in high school.
There was always something about her that was intriguing.
I don't think I knew that Jason had feelings for me in high school.
It was tough. I knew I had feelings for her, but she was dating someone else. I was also going through puberty.
Tres huevos!
I went to junior prom with the infamous Jessie Wolf.
Next question.
Annie and Jason remained friends through the end of high school. Before departing for college, Jason left Annie a note in her high school yearbook.
Annie,
Words cannot describe
how much I'm going to miss you.
you're the best.
I could always talk to you.
Please stay in touch. I am depressed
That we won't chill anymore.
I love you.
Jason.
Jason.
Little did they know, it would be years before they would meet again.
After going their separate ways, Annie and Jay had a lot of growing up to do.
He always used to say that we were always in the same book, but not in the same chapter. And then all of a sudden we got on the same page.
Fall 2013, Jana, I was in a cab with her and she was like, Annie's single. And I was like, totally cool about it.
We reunited at Taproom 23. We were already really close, so we spent like the entire weekend dating each other and then kind of went from there.
She could pretty much put a smile on my face anytime.
So things moved pretty quickly. My mom always said fast and furious. After a while, I thought it was about time that I introduced him to Shawnee. For those of you who don't know, Shawnee is my baby blanket. We're pretty much inseparable and we're best friends. Sheenie!
Do you love him?
We're brothers.
The thing about us is that we're both really weird.
There's some nights where I just hear weird noises coming from the bedroom.
By the fall of 2016, Jason decided to propose. He came up with an elaborate plan to surprise Annie on the bay in Port Washington.
He told me that Hesh and Marion were coming into town. We were having a grand lunch at Louis, and I had to be off because I had to see Hesh and Marion. So I called Jason and I said, I just happened to get to Penn Station early. There's another train I can get on. Should I just get on that one? And he said, no.
Me and Mike Gordon were just sitting there trying to figure out how to shoot these covert pictures. And Annie calls me and she's like, Mom, she's coming. I was like,
Ellen has to get stuff for the barbecue and she can't pick me up from the train station.
Annie, you can't come now because my mom can't get you. And then I hung up the phone. I was like, we did it, right? Like, she's like, yo, she totally bought it. She totally bought it.
Okay, so I said I would get a coffee and wait in Penn Station for a whole, I think like 45 minutes until the next train. And I was thinking to myself, Ellen wouldn't do that. Ellen would pick me up from the train no matter what, and then she would get the groceries from the barbecue.
I was super nervous. I mean, like, nothing could really prepare you for that moment.
Turns out it was all a ploy. He got down on one knee, and then the rest is history. Well, thanks everyone for coming tonight. We're so excited for tomorrow. Really just looking forward to being with everybody, and we want it to be a big party, so make sure you have your dancing shoes on.
I've never felt more confident about doing anything in my entire life than I will tomorrow. So I'm really happy that you're all here to share it with me.
I can't wait for tomorrow.
Can't wait for tomorrow. Woo!